Chat, I have routed out a path for getting all the heart scales that shouldn't have to fight any trainers. I'm missing 6 heart scales. I'm missing one in Route 127, which is in the northwest corner of the route, which I guess we'll do in a second. The description of this was so ass that I could not find this heart scale. The description of this heart scale was furthest east of the smaller islands by the L-shaped rock, hidden. Do you know what the L-shaped rock is? This is apparently the L-shaped rock. Whoever wrote this was holding their Game Boy Advance upside down, because that is clearly a fucking 7 at best. I said it's in the... I rewrote this to say it is in the divot of the rock, hidden. This is the divot. Here's the heart scale. Crazy. Anyway, so there's one. Now we need to go to Route 127. All right, so 127, we haven't got the heart scale here because I was too afraid to explore the route. Funny enough, there's actually no optionals on this entire route. Or, like, there's no optionals that you could accidentally walk into. Apparently, there's just no swimmers. There's just a heart scale sitting right here, which is kind of silly. Here we go. So there's another one. Now we're going to go to the ones that require waterfall really quick, which is in Route 119. I believe it's just up this waterfall. What is this? Alright, so there should be a heart scale just right here. There's another heart scale in Route 119. Okay, here's another heart scale. Bang! And now we have the 2 scary heart scales to do. Now we have the 2 scary ones, because it's the ones that require us to hit the currents, and if we walk into the wrong currents, we might run into an optional. And we do actually have to walk past certain optionals. And this is the first scary one, I think, where this looks like the right square. Yes. Excellent. And now, I believe we can walk down and we can walk across this. Yes, and this is the risk here, is that I need to not run into this guy. Alright. Optional avoided. Heart scale acquired. 1 heart scale remains. Alright, and now we do the scarier one, because we need to go all the way down to Route 134. And if we, like, go the wrong way, we might end up... There's, like, a lot of optionals along the way that are very easy to hit, so... Let's hope I don't screw this up at all. This is one of the optionals. Just hold down. Okay. Okay, and this brings us to a rare candy that we don't need, but I guess I'll pick it up. Because, like, why not? We now have 7 rare candies. I think this is the right way. I think right here is where I need to surf. Yes. Wait. I'm just fucking with you, chat. I knew this was gonna happen. Dexa forgot to change this trainer. It's just a double energy ball. You thought... I said we were avoiding all optionals, but this doesn't count as an optional. Come on. Alright, there we go. Farming electrode frags. These should count. 2 more kills for Radish. Alright, but we are, there is one more scary one, and just because the way this map works, it's kind of bullshit. It says, Jaden walks in circles. But it doesn't say what kind of fucking circle Jaden walks in. So, we might get to where Jaden is, and Jaden might see me. So, this is actually like a real optional that's kind of scary. Because it just doesn't say, like, does it walk in circles or does it walk in squares? Anyways, let's hope we don't hit Jaden. That's, I think that's the only real risk now. Okay, I don't see Jaden yet. I don't see Jaden yet. Okay. I'm just gonna send it. So, okay. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Because now it's just, we go down here. We go down, and we just need to avoid this one person. Okay, we made it. And that is every heart scale in the game. Alright, so that is every item that we need for the Elite Four prepared, except 2 items. We need the eject pack and the eject button, which is behind 4 trainers. We have to defeat is a true double battle in Miyu and Yuki, Bug Catcher Davis, Bird Keeper Jackie and Alberto. It's a rain battle because of drizzle. Black Belt Hawk and Fernando and Jasmine. So 1, 2, 3, 4 battles. All right, 4 trainers left, or 4 battles left. We now need to fight against twins Miyu and Yuki. Because they're twins, it's a true double battle, so it's not 3 on one team, 3 on the other. It's if you wipe out, 5 Pokemon can appear on the right, 5 Pokemon can appear on the left if that's the slots you target down. So it's a little tricky, but trickier than most double battles, because most are like a 3 and 3 instead of just a full pool of 6. But I believe we have this whole thing planned out, and it should be a pretty straightforward battle. Should be, in theory. I just need to go, oop, I accidentally pressed up. Oh my god, I accidentally pressed up. Okay, we're beating the trainer's Pokemon. Twins Miyu and Yuki would like to battle. Sharpedo and Marowak. Alright, so Sharpedo has a Focus Sash and Marowak has a thick club with Lightning Rod. Little scary. Anyways, Sharpedo is faster than my Samurott, and it can use Destiny Bond. It has a Focus Sash. It's a little scary, and it has Speed Boost. But with a Choice Band, Dual Wing Beat is able to kill the Sharpedo on 1 hit. So we can Dual Wing Beat to kill Sharpedo, getting through the Focus Sash. And with Torrent, which Swordfish is at, under 1/3 of its HP, its water moves are boosted. It outspeeds and kills the Marowak, which is just a thick club, double attack type deal. So there we go. Getting a double kill on the first turn. Okay, so now, in response to my double kill, they're going to send in 2 Pokemon. The first Pokemon is going to be Gothitelle against my Dino Nugget, because that's the best counter for Dino Nugget. And they're going to send in Toxicroak, which is the best counter for my Swordfish. But now, once those are out, they realize, oh no, they've made a terrible mistake. Swordfish one-shots Gothitelle, and Dino Nugget one-shots Toxicroak. So they're panicking now. The AI is panicking. It's like, we need to deal at least some damage before we die. And both of these Pokemon have Fake Out, so they're both going to use Fake Out. Toxicroak uses Fake Out on Dino Nugget because it sees that Dino Nugget can kill it. And Gothitelle is going to use Fake Out on Swordfish because it also sees that it can kill it. This means that Dino Nugget is just going to sit here for 1 turn. We're not going to be able to get this dual Wing Beat off. And we are now trapped in with Shadow Tag, but Swordfish is holding a Shed Shell, which will allow it to switch. So, we're going to switch out into a Pokemon that is better suited for dealing with this Gothitelle. And that Pokemon is going to be Beedrill. So Beedrill is going to take the Fake Out instead. Is there any chance that Toxicroak goes for a fast kill close combat on Samurott instead of Fake Out? No. Anyways, so here comes out Nectarine. They're going to double Fake Out. There's 1. And here's 2. Alright. So, now that their Fake Outs have been used, they're going to want to attack me. But again, my Pokemon both outspeed and they both one-shot, and they don't have any priority moves any longer. So, we will simply be killing. We will kill with a Dual Wing Beat on Toxicroak. After Nectarine Mega Evolves, U-Turn is able to kill Gothitelle for a double kill yet again. Gothitelle has Protect, but it won't use it because Thunder Wave always has a higher priority because we outspeed with Dino Nugget. So it can never use Protect on that turn. The worst it could do was Thunder Wave there. But anyways, we've U-turned. Now we're going to U-turn into Squash. A Pokemon that I don't even know if it's come to battle before. Maybe it's come to battle. I don't know. Squash goes in. But there's a 1. And there's a 2. Okay. So, now they're going to send in their last 2 Pokemon. Alright. Classic white herb glitch. That wasn't intended. That's pretty bad. That's really bad. Alright. That's really bad. We forgot that it could have potentially leveled up because it got too much EXP. So, what happened there was that we leveled up, and at level 83, Granbull is no longer guaranteed to Stomping Tantrum. Granbull can now instead go for Play Rough on Archeops. Because we're at 152 HP now. We were pre-damaged to guarantee a Stomping Tantrum from Granbull, but now it is no longer guaranteed because it might not see a kill. This is definitely still doable, and I don't think we're going to have... let me just double check everything really fast here. I think there's still almost no risk, but we are going to do a little bit of funky business now. Do I dual wing beat Granbull with Dino Nugget first? Because Granbull cannot kill Dino Nugget this turn, it can deal 262 maximum with Play Rough. Dino's at -2 attack. This is true. I think we can dual wing beat with Dino Nugget because Squash still always baits Granbull Flare Blitz. Or it always baits Arcanine Flare Blitz. So basically, we're always going to switch from Squash into Gyarados. But we'll need to figure out how to kill Granbull. I think switching to Beedrill is pretty damn safe still. Because even if Play Rough crits, because it could choose to Play Rough Archeops, but the odds of it using Play Rough Archeops are astronomically low. If it's Thunder Wave, we can just switch into Venison and Sashimi will clear Granbull. Yeah, okay. So Dino Nugget, we're gonna stick to the line that we had before, because most likely what happens is Granbull still uses Stomping Tantrum on Squash, but there's like a 1 in 16 chance that it doesn't. So essentially it's a crit, but even if that 1 in 16 chance happens, we're still probably fine. Almost certainly fine. But, I mean, worst case, we have a weird deer in the back. But yeah, so Dino Nugget is going to switch to the B, just like we planned. And Sashimi is going to switch in for Squash. They do get an Intimidate off, which will be helpful here, just to decrease risk as well. And that's why I brought Venison as a backup, is it has Intimidate, if we really, really need to. So, most likely, we're going to see Flare Blitz and Stomping Tantrum into Squash here. So here's the Flare Blitz after the Intimidate. Yep, there's a Flare Blitz. We're Toxic, so we do not get burned here. And here's the Stomping Tantrum, almost certainly. There it is, yeah. So we're totally fine. Little mistake there with the level up mid-battle, so we don't show a kill anymore. So they don't see a kill anymore, guaranteed, but the odds were still astronomically in our favor. Like, it is scary when a plan has to change mid-battle, but in this situation, we still almost certainly had a riskless line through. Because Nectarine now simply outspeeds and one-shots Granbull with Poison Jab. Yes, we Poison Jab Granbull, and we are holding a Choice Scarf, and Waterfall is able to kill Arcanine very easily here. Alright, so there's an Extreme Speed onto Gyarados. Yeah, there was a bunch of lines out of that, but we did have to think for a moment mid-fight, which is a little scary, of course. But yeah. Oop. And 3 fights remain. Scary start to the day, but that's how it goes sometimes. Alright, so Another major investment is happening. Because we have calculated the Elite Four, we have determined that we will need a Jolly Urshifu. And in this fight, it makes it very easy if we have a Jolly Urshifu. So I'm going to change this Urshifu to Jolly before the fight even starts. You know, before we need to on the Elite Four, we might as well do it now because it gives us an advantage in this fight. Because it allows us to outspeed a Charizard that we're going to see by 2 points. So, I will be doing that. How can I help you today? This is the second time we will be changing a nature. It costs 3 heart scales to change a nature for your Pokemon. Which one do you want to change? Mustard. Which nature should we change Mustard to? I'm going to go find Jolly. Jolly. Plus speed, minus special attack. There's literally no downside. Because right now we have a neutral nature, a bashful nature, which is neutral. Which I believe is like, I don't know, plus special attack, minus special attack or something. I don't know. So it neutrals out. So we're going to change it to Jolly. You want to change the nature of your Mustard to Jolly. It costs 3 heart scales? Yes. Our Mustard is now Jolly. Jolly Mustard. Alright, this was one of the fastest cooks in recent memory. It was like, I'm pretty sure it was 5 minutes, and then we waffled for like another 15. Like, me stalling to start the fight takes longer than doing planning for this actual fight. Alright, no more stalling, let's go. There we go. Alberto and Jackie. Alright, so Alberto sends in Pelipper, and Jackie sends in Weirdo, who intimidates me. Pelipper sends up Drizzle. It is a double battle. Alright. Let me just double check that I did give my items properly, because I didn't actually, like, quadruple check everything. You do have a choice band, correct? Alright, cool. Wait, what items do you have? Life Orb. Yeah, that's fine. That was for backups. In case something goes terribly wrong. Because this was a very fast cook. So, we're intimidated, so our attack is lowered. But if we get a critical hit, that is ignored. And, luckily, Wicked Blow always crits. So, we get to kill Weirdeer in 1 hit. We're intimidated, so, Volt Switch is a special move, and it obviously just kills Pelipper in 1 hit as well. So now we Volt Switch. And finally, we get to kill a deer, chat. Just what you wanted. Anyways, we are able to go into Dino Nugget now. With that, Volt Switch as Wicked Blow is going to freaking stomp this Weirdeer. Bye! So there, the deer's dead. We got a critical hit, ignoring our attack drop. Because that's what Wicked Blow does. Now, we're going to send in, I believe, Metagross and Tropius. Tropius and Metagross. Sorry, wrong order. Alright, so because Tropius sees that it can kill Mustard or something, I don't know. Tropius thinks it can do something to Mustard, and Metagross thinks it can do something to Dino Nugget. Because they only look at their respective slots. Which is a mistake on the AI, because I'm about to freaking kill him. Because Wicked Blow kills the Metagross. And Acrobatics kills the Tropius. Okay. There it goes, and now there's 2 more Pokemon. We're seeing a Medicham with a Focus Sash and a Charizard with a Flying Gem. Now their Charizard would have been faster than me, but I made my Mustard Jolly because we need a Jolly Mustard for the Elite Four. So we figured, hey, just rip the Band-Aid off already, get it Jolly, make this fight easy. The Medicham obviously does have a Focus Sash, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem. But if we use our brain, we can see that Wicked Blow will chip the Medicham. down to its Focus Sash, I believe. I guess Wicked Blow will finish it off. And Dino Nugget has Rock Slide, which kills the Charizard and breaks the Focus Sash. So we can Rock Slide to do a lot of both here. So there goes Charizard. And then it's a 3 turns, 6 Pokemon down. We used 3 Pokemon total for that fight. Three Pokemon, 3 turns, 6 kills. Very cool. Can't Rock Slide miss. I thought we were done with this joke. Something to include there is the reason why we were jolly is because if Charizard came in before Tropius, it would have caused some problems with like sequencing and Pokemon killing on certain turns. Because if we were still bashful, Charizard would see that it outspeeds and kills my Urshifu in 1 hit. But by changing to Jolly, we were able to outspeed the Charizard, and the AI sees that we kill the Charizard in 1 hit with Wicked Blow, so it no longer wanted to send Charizard in, and it instead sent in Tropius, because Tropius is also outsped and 1-hit KO'd, but when both Pokemon are outsped and 1-hit KO'd, they just send in the first Pokemon first. Just send it, just send it, just send it, just send it, just go. Okay, here we go. This is Black Belt Hawk. It's the last single battle that we're doing before the Elite Four. He's got 6 Pokemon, of course. So first Pokemon is a Meltank. We have 1 Pokemon that kills Meltank. And that is a Choice Specs Hydreigon with a Draco Meteor drop. At level 99, it barely is able to kill with the Draco Meteor because Meltanks are, well, tanky. A lot of HP, good special defense. And we don't want this to set up because it's got Milk Shrink, Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave. You know how it goes. So, Draco Meteor, drop it. Kills the Meltank first turn. Alright, now there's 1 Pokemon on the enemy team that outspeeds me. That Pokemon is Noivern. And their Noivern, because we're at 186 HP, the Noivern sees that it kills me guaranteed with Dragon Rush and only Dragon Rush. So, that is what it is going to do on this turn. It has to use Dragon Rush. Notably a Dragon move. And we now have a couple of Fairy types we can use, and Daiquiri is going to be the one. And Daiquiri, perfect as it is going to switch in and do something fantastic. So Daiquiri has a perfect speed IV stat of 31 out of 31. It also has a hasty nature, which increases its speed by 10%, which means at level 99, it outspeeds Noivern by 1 point, allowing us to guaranteed kill with Moonblast. Now, Daiquiri outspeeds the every Pokemon on their team, so they're gonna send in the first Pokemon that just doesn't die and kills me. That Pokemon is Scizor. Now, you're probably, if you looked at my moveset, you're weirded out a little bit, because I very clearly had Mystical Fire, and that would one-shot the Scizor if not for the Focus Sash. So, this is going to be going for Bullet Punch on its turn. So we need to get out of here before it Bullet Punch kills me. To do that, we're just going to switch in a Hot Pot, who will be able to take the hit. So Hot Pot's going to come in, level 99. We take a Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch would kill an Amorous there. It would kill an Amorous 81% of the time. But anyways, we get hit with a Bullet Punch. Now, this Scizor against my Torkoal is either going to Close Combat or Swords Dance. Either way, it should be fine. Yes. Either way, it should be fine. And that is because we're just going to... we're going to Rapid Spin just to break its Focus Sash. We don't want a Heat Wave because we want to be below 58% when the Scizor dies. So, we're just going to Rapid Spin here and let the Scizor hit me with whatever it wants. There's a Close Combat. And the Rapid Spin is just to break its Focus Sash. So there it is. And now, no matter what it uses, it cannot kill me. The speed boost is irrelevant. We'll just simply kill it with Heat Wave now, as it's going to close combat one more time. Close combat crit doesn't kill. Torkoal has the shell armor ability, so it cannot get critical hit, which is very nice. It's very defensive. So yeah. No matter what, even if every single one of those 3 hits from Scizor got high rolls, we would have never died. Well, we got pretty close, obviously. So now, they're going to send in Hitmontop, and Hitmontop has close combat, Mach Punch, Bullet Punch, Triple Axle. Whatever it's going to go for, Slowbro, Lobster resists everything. So, we're going to be switching in my Lobster, and here we go. We take a close combat. It's, I think, it's tied for highest damage move. And now all we need to do is slack off until we're at full HP, because we got to do some funky business here. So, we simply slack off. There is 10 power points in slack off, which is fantastic. This slack off should bring us to full HP unless it gets a super crit. But slack off plus leftovers allows us to get to full HP very, very quickly. There we go. Alright, so now we need to get rid of this Hitmontop while Sceptile is on the field. Unfortunately, Sceptile cannot kill Hitmontop. So we're going to have to let Lobster do it. So Lobster is going to yawn. Lobster's going to yawn and is going to take a triple axle. Lobster can take 2 triple axles guaranteed, but even if they all crit. But anyways, we're back to full HP because it's missed it like it's a stupid idiot. And now, like I said, Sceptile needs to be on the field, but Lobster needs to kill it. How are we going to do that? Future Sight. So now we Future Sight, as Hitmontop will fall asleep at the end of the next turn. Wow, this Hitmontop sucks. So, now Hitmontop falls asleep, and Hitmontop is guaranteed to be asleep for exactly 1 turn. So, we are perfectly safe to switch on this turn. And we're going to switch into my 84 HP Sceptile, as it's guaranteed to stay asleep. No early bird, no nonsense. Asparagus comes in. There, it's fast asleep. And now, Future Sight does not hit. But Hitmontop can kill me with Mach Punch or Bullet Punch. So we need to be very careful here. How do we get Future Sight to hit and Asparagus not get hit, even if Hitmontop wakes up? We use Detect. We Detect. And now, even if Hitmontop wakes up, we're perfectly safe. It woke up, and it would have killed me. But now it takes the Future Sight, and that kills it. Is the death command chronological? Yes, it is. And now the last 2 Pokemon don't have any priority moves, and they're both ground types, so you can imagine what's about to happen. We're at 84, so we have 84 HP. So the Overgrow ability is active, which boosts the strength of moves. 84 HP, which means we are under a third of our HP. So Leaf Blade with the Miracle Seed is able to kill this crocodile before it can hit me. So there's the cool Leaf Blade animation. We could have used Energy Ball, but Leaf Blade looks cooler. Now, the other ground type comes in. And that is Mudsdale. It also doesn't have any priority moves. Leaf Storm kills it, even though this is holding an Assault Vest. Okay. And now, 1 battle remains. Alright, the final fight before the Elite Four. Guitarist Fernando and Jasmine. I think she's a psychic. Alright, let's send it. I'll turn your lights out while I rip through this tune! My confidence will get a boost by beating someone obviously strong. Guitarist Fernando and Cool Trainer Jasmine. Send out Valley and Frostlass. We send out Urshifu and Hot Pot. Urshifu is able to kill Frostlass in one hit. Urshifu is able to kill Frostlass, but Frostlass has Cursed Body. So we don't want to use any of our good moves to kill Frostlass, because then we'll be locked out of them 30% of the time. But we figured out that Crunch kills Frostlass in one hit, and even if it gets disabled, we weren't going to use it again for the rest of the battle. So, we Crunch. And Hot Pot is pre-damaged to bait moves from both Frostlass and Silvally. Silvally is an electric-type Silvally. It has Explosion, which is scary, but it won't explode if it sees that it kills something. It sees that it kills Hot Pot with multi-attack, an electric-type multi-attack, and only multi-attack. It also has Grass Pledge. So, it will go for the fast kill with multi-attack, and Frostlass will go for a fast kill with Shadow Ball, which means we can simply protect on turn 1. Here comes the Shadow Ball. Now Mustard Crunch kills the Frostlass. And then the multi-attack comes out. Protect yourself. Now, the AI looks at the Hot Pot slot and says, do I have something that outspeeds and kills it? Yes, I do. That's Orbeetle. Now, Orbeetle sees that it kills Hot Pot, so it's going to attack Hot Pot. And Silvally, again, is going to be using multi-attack. But my Jolly Urshifu actually does kill Orbeetle in one hit with Wicked Blow. So, we are going to be using Wicked Blow on Orbeetle to kill it before it can move. And Hot Pot needs to get out of the way from this multi-attack, so we're going to switch into a ground type to take the multi-attack. It intimidates. It doesn't matter because Silvally's multi-attack is still pretty dang strong. It's a physical move. Didn't know it was a physical move until this battle. I probably did, but just forgot in the past. Anyways. Wicked Blow. It kills Orbeetle. Bang. Done. Done. Gone. Out of here. As Silvally multi-attacks my Oatmeal. Now, they're going to send in Gengar. Gengar outspeeds both of my Pokemon and kills both of my Pokemon with Focus Blast. But because Mustard is holding an Assault Vest, Gengar doesn't see a kill with Focus Blast on Mustard. And because it doesn't see that it guaranteed kills Mustard, it will always go for the attack on Oatmeal. So, Gengar is going to Focus Blast Oatmeal, and Oatmeal has been pre-damaged, so Silvally's Grass Pledge always kills. So, we need to switch into Pokemon that can take a Focus Blast and a Grass Pledge. Gengar's guaranteed to attack here. Gengar has a Focus Sash, so he cannot just Sucker Punch it on this turn. So, I'm just gonna Wicked Blow, because it has a really cool animation. As Oatmeal is going to switch into a Pokemon that can take a Grass move and a Fighting move. That Pokemon is Daiquiri. The Enamorous. So, Enamorous comes in. It's going to take the Focus Blast. Good. And then we bring the Gengar down to its Focus Sash. And there's the Grass Pledge. Now, Daiquiri was pre-damaged enough where after Silvally was intimidated, it still sees that it kills my Daiquiri with multi-attack. So, Silvally will be attacking my Daiquiri with multi-attack. And we were also pre-damaged, so Gengar sees that it kills Daiquiri with an attack in Sludge Wave, because it also has Hypnosis. So, just had to double check my values here to be sure. So, Gengar is guaranteed to attack this turn with a Sludge Wave, which will hit both Pokemon if it gets off. And Silvally is guaranteed to use multi-attack. So once again, we will be attacking Gengar, but this time, Sucker Punch, to kill the Gengar before it hits anything. And Daiquiri will need to switch to Crocodile to take the electric move yet again. There's another Intimidate. It doesn't matter because it's going to die soon. Alright. Now, we've killed 3 Pokemon on the left side, and the Pokemon on the right side is just sitting there. So they have 3 Pokemon now. Silvally is the first one. We do not kill Silvally in one hit with Mustard, so we just gotta hit it. So I'm just gonna hit it with Wicked Blow. So we Wicked Blow here, and that won't kill. And Oatmeal is again baiting a grass move. So when you switch into a Pokemon that can take a grass move, that Pokemon is actually going to be Nectarine, my Beedrill. So there's the Grass Pledge. Beedrill takes it quite nicely. Now, Mega Beedrill U-turn kills Silvally. And it outspeeds Mustard, so we're just going to Wicked Blow just to get it out of the way. And Nectarine will U-turn to get out of here. And kill it, obviously. So there's the kill. And now we will go to Archeops, who has a choice band. And they're going to look at Mustard, and they're going to say, who survives Mustard? Who's going to survive the Mustard? And they're going to decide that... their Como survives the Mustard. But it doesn't survive Dino Nugget. So, we're going to Wicked Blow one more time here. Not that it's going to matter, because Dino Nugget is getting its final kill. Carried the mid-game, and this is its last dual Wing Beat. That kills. Not quite its last dual Wing Beat. And there's one more Pokemon. That Pokemon being Golem. Golem has a Custat Berry and Sturdy, so we cannot let it get its move off. So, we are going to use Close Combat on Urshifu, and Dual Wing Beat will break its Sturdy. There it is. Dual Wing Beat 1 and 2, and here's the Close Combat. We are going to the Elite Four. There is nothing left. We get to pick up our items. There are 0 trainers left to fight. I'm going to go pick up my 2 items that I need here. The Eject Pack. And the Eject button. That is every item we need. Let's listen to this music while we look at the frag sheet. With the most kills, actually up to date as Black Belt Hawk. I believe there's only 1 battle that is not quite up to date. Oh, never mind. It's fully updated. Liam. Hi, Liam. All right. We've killed 1,415 Pokemon. It's a pretty good rate. 17 of mine have died, and 1,400 of theirs died. The .01 was a wild Pokemon. Dino Nugget rounds out pre-Elite Four with 143 kills, and honestly, I don't think it's possible for anyone to overtake Mustard with just insane carrying through the mid-game. Absolutely incredible. The starter just never really... It never really fell off. I mean, a little bit in Victory Road, but that's just because we had better options. That doesn't mean it wouldn't have worked. It means that it was easier to use without, but... Conkeldurr, it did nothing for a very long time, and then it became a Conkeldurr and just started crushing. Egg. Remember when I got this, you guys said, it's mid. It's 4th. It has the 4th highest kill count. Absolutely crushing Winona and Tate and Liza once it was able to Mega Evolve. Urshifu, Mustard. I mean, it's the best Pokemon in the game. Come on. Urshifu, it will jump up to 4th place, almost certainly. Tabasco, it did insane work in the early game, and then nothing once we hit Winona. Hot Dog, always been there. Always just doing a little bit every so often. That fire typing, switching in on stuff, it's nice. And I think you can probably notice that The moment Arcanine appears, Rapidash falls off. Tofu. It's always done a little bit. It's done more than I expected. It's come to a surprising amount of fights, especially even in the late game, where it obviously we didn't have many options in the early game, but it did a lot. Hydreigon, Acai. It was a miracle that it appeared. It appeared, I believe, at the very end of the Winona split. Very end. I think we took it to, it was like at the very top of Mount Pyre. So it didn't really have any opportunity to shine there, but I mean, it's coming to the E4 now. I mean, these numbers are really high for being here since the Tate and Liza split. Yeah, the U-turn slow pivots were incredible. So good. Bok Choy, another Pokemon that chat said was pretty mid. But I mean, on the Tate and Liza split, it got 17 kills. In the Magma Hideout was just absolutely, incredible. Nectarine, which appeared midway through the Wand split, got 20 kills. It got 40 kills across 2 splits. Like, it's almost kept up with Urshifu. Crazy. Donphan, not super incredible, but it was damn good at taking hits. That sturdy was invaluable. The fact that the peanut was sturdy went so crazy. It was so good. Then we have Taco, who didn't really do anything until it was a Cloyster. But once it turned into a Cloyster, it got a couple of kills. And I will say it's going to get at least one more. Spinnick died in the Flannery split because we forgot to teach a Pokemon Aerial Ace. And we had to risk a Sandveil. And it cost Spinach its life. One of it was the last unplanned death. After Spinach died, we vowed to never make that kind of mistake again. We did make that mistake again, but we were never punished for it. Radish we got in New Mauville, and the Volt Switch is so good. It's just the fastest thing around, and being able to Volt Switch just to deal a little bit of damage to stuff is so valuable. Togedemaru, the fact that it's so low is not indicative of its value. Togedemaru went absolutely crazy. It is the doubles early game GOAT. Like, it might have 0 kills on these splits, but it came to freaking almost, like, most battles, it feels like. Like, we're gonna have to look at the participation sheet. I mean, Escargot, you guys said it was mid. This is the Pokemon that has, in my mind, been one of the best Pokemon that we got. Escargot is one of the best Pokemon. It switched in on everything and baited moves so consistently. Kebab, Flip Turn, what can I say? Chowder, it was always just alright. It was good for baiting grass moves, though, I can tell you that. Chicken, we wanted Primarina, but honestly, we never used Primarina. We never used it. Not a single battle did we bring Primarina. Chicken, not a single battle. It was a 50-50 to get Primarina or Greninja. We got Greninja, and we literally never used Primarina. Chicken was so good because Chicken was the only reason why we were able to beat Tate and Liza's gym riskless. The Flings Rock went crazy. Oatmeal was real good on Norman split, obviously. Intimidate was nice. This one, it was our first special attacker after Spinnick died, and we took advantage of it. Cheddar, it was good in there. It was good-ish. I mean, in Norman's gym against Mega Pidgeot, I was looking at it. We were forced to take a risk where if they high roll crit, and when I say high roll, I mean like the top half. On Norman's gym, we had to risk a 1 in 32 chance that we wiped. If Pidgeot got a high roll crit, we just wiped. It was a 1 in 32. There was nothing we could do. Our box had nothing for Pidgeot. We got critical hit, but it was a low roll, and so we survived. The fact that Luxray survived that is also another reason why we are here. Pear, I mostly remember Pear from Watson's gym, allowing us to do that really cool strategy with the Growl, Toxic, Electros, and then we were able to bad tantrum the Electros to make it deliberately fail, so we could then one-shot the Ampharos, which was really cool. The Growl Poison Powder Gaming, yep. Sashimi, mostly switched in and baited moves. Intimidate's good sometimes. Durian, it boomed, man. It showed up, it blew up. That's a win in my books. Boba, died to Norman. There's nothing we could do. Norman, our box was not built for Norman. The 4th gym was brutal. Asparagus, we got it. It did literally nothing in Flannery Split. We did not use it. And we didn't really use it all that much. But we will be using it. Hot Pot, again, never getting any kills. But Shell Armor was so good. People did not stress the value of the shell armor high defense Pokemon. It was incredible. Escavalier and Torkoal, they just took hits and just survived everything. Remember when Torkoal 1v1 that Dragonite? That was a good fight. Flannery's gym. Yeah, Hot Pot has huge participation. Thunderous, we got it. It crushed Juan's gym. That's about it. Looks like the one kill on the Togekiss for Caparaja. It was never that good. Mamoswine, Truffle. It got some ice shard kills. That's about it. Gumbo, the accidental death. We toxiced it for literally no reason. And it died because I forgot about toxic at the end of turn. Lobster, great during Tate and Liza. I think just because there's a lot of battles. Nori, our only ghost type, where explosions are damn near everywhere. Nori got through a lot of explosions. We never got Basculegion. We never got Dragapult. Licorice, so good for switching in. We had such a cool strategy with Licorice with the Garchomp, PP Stall, and Lily Cove Rival. Super sick. Dragonite, Udon, Corncob, right here. They hit moves sometimes. They dropped a Draco occasionally. I think he got a Thunder Punch once. Garlic, it survived partially through the Tate and Liza split. I think we caught Garlic during the Winona split, did we not? Or is it right after? I think Garlic is the first encounter after Winona. We got right after, yeah, right after Winona, and died on Tate and Liza. It existed for this split and this split alone. Protean, such a good ability, man. Just being able to switch types. It also gets, like, priority moves to, like, switch his types around. It's hype. Golisopod got 9 kills the whole game. It's way better than that. Honey, we don't talk about Honey. Honey was stupid. It was our only fairy type, and we couldn't bring it to anything because of its damn zip code adamant IVs. Bacon Blueberry, died on Roxanne. Too early. Kangaskhan, it got the 0.01 kill on the wild Pokemon while we were testing. And it's the reason why we were able to get through the Space Center. It powered through. It had just enough oomph to do it. Because Kecleon usually takes up that role, but we had to sacrifice Kecleon to Tate and Liza, so another Fake Out Mon had to fill that role, and it was that. Muck. It showed up. Beer. It showed up. It exploded. Tempura, I have nothing positive to say. It existed, and then it died. Soup, one of my favorite strategies. The veto fight, oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Magmortar, you guys said this guy sucked. I didn't believe you. I should have. Magmortar is so ass. It's awful. Every other fire type is just better. Corndog, it killed Yanmegas. That's it. Accelerock, Yanmega dead. That's all it did. And Daiquiri, 3 kills. We got it pretty late. Fair enough. Coconut. Yo, Coconut. Coconut came to 1 battle, 3 kills, and left. It was crazy. Its IVs were so good. It would still be alive if Spinach survived. If Spinach was still alive, we would have not needed to sacrifice Coconut. And honestly, it would have been so nice to bring to fights. This thing was crazy good. Its IVs, the moves that it got, its typing for baiting kills. Salamence, one of the last encounters, it got almost as much as Enamorous. Salami, you did okay. Salt, it sucks. Venison, I don't know how you got any kills. Tortellini, you didn't have Protect, so we just couldn't use you. Jawbreaker, died to my incompetence. My incompetence in Roxanne. We had a riskless Roxanne line. If I was just more experienced when we were fighting Roxanne, it would be alive today. Swordfish, came to 1 battle, killed 1 thing. That's it. That was today. Lettuce, Scallion, Cupcake. I think Cupcake helped with the one gym. That's about it. Froyo, it did its job. What is its purpose? Kill Tangrowth. Okay, Salt did come and resist a lot of moves. Sauerkraut, we literally never used it. Wings, we literally never used it. Toast, we think we brought it to 1 battle. Squash, we brought it to a couple of battles. Raisin, never used it. 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 Let's look at the participation. Dumpling, there we go. Dumpling came to 78 battles. Sprout, 121. Dunnanuga, 81. P came to 60 battles, dude. Acai coming to 43 battles being so new is absurd. I mean, Bok Choy, Escargot. Yeah, here we go. Escargot, Peanut. This is more like it. You can see how close they are to the top. And Torkoal's probably pretty... Yeah, there we go. Hot Pot, right here. And I mean, look at how high Golisopod is, and look when it appeared. You can see a trend with almost all of them where they're relatively, like, old encounters, but Golisopod is... It came to 37 fights. There is no Pokemon that I think has come to that many. Maybe... Yeah, Mustard's come to 24 fights. You've come to 32. 37 and 1. Let's look at the percents. Yo! All right, kill percentage. It existed for 2 battles, so it could have got up to 12 kills. There were 12 possible Pokemon it could have killed, and it killed a quarter of them. Came to 1 battle, it could have come to 2. Since we got Nectarine, it has come to over half of the battles. Then look at this, Mustard as well, Acai, Dino Nugget. Bobo was at 40%. Wow. P's at 43. Meringue has actually come to 23% of its possible battles. Early Intimidator Mon, yeah, good stage 1. Jawbreaker and stuff. I guess early on you have less options. All right, chat. I'm going to call it a day. Wednesday, the 29th at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you want to be there live, that's the time. It will go onto the VOD channel. Win or lose. Can I run through my E14 before I go? I'll do it on Wednesday. Now, I will rest. I will look over the plans for the Elite Four over and over and over again this weekend. And I will come back on Wednesday, October 29th at 3 p.m. Eastern to beat the hardest Pokemon Nuzlocke on the first try.